After a 3-game win streak, Wyoming Cowboys and coach Mike Whitman is heading into Texas State University to play against the Bobcats. And here we go. You can see the top players of the home team. Xavier Daniels. And also here the top players of the Wyoming Cowboys, headed up by Robert Heron and Brad Smith. As you can see here, both teams are getting ready for the game. Coaches are giving the last instructions and pumping their teams up to play one another. Pass offense is ranked 5th for Wyoming, 99th overall for rush offense. Passing touchdowns 17th and rushing touchdowns 2nd. And here comes the game. 2nd and 9, Texas State Bobcats. Tyler Arndt passes left for the screen to Franks, who gains a 8-yard gain. 3rd and 1, handoff to Franks. And he's able to run through the middle for a first down. Arndt with the read option right and pulled down by Alex Borgs. And that's his first tackle of the loss. 2nd and 13, Arndt hands off to Franks, who's tackled for a loss by Eddie Yarbrough and COC Hala Api Api. As you see there, COC Hala Api Api just gets in the backfield and disrupts the run lane. Arndt drops back and is fumbled by Eddie Yarbrough, and the offensive lineman recovers. 1st and 10, Wyoming. Hands it off to Miller, who gains a good bit of yards, a 15-yard gain for Miller. 1st and 10, trips right. Smith drops back, throws across the middle, and is not able to get his hands on it for Robert Heron. He barely missed him, and that would have been a big gain. So Brett Smith takes a read option right, fakes a handoff, and gets a 15-yard gain. 2nd and 4, Smith drops back, screen left for Miller. Miller hits his tackle and is tripped up. Who knows if he didn't hit him, he might have gotten a touchdown. 1st and 10, Wick takes the ball, left side, sheds a tackle, an 8-yard gain for Sean Wick. 2nd and 2, trips right. Smith fires to the right, and touchdown, Dominic Ruffin. 4-yard touchdown pass. As you can see here, Dominic is playing great today. He is hyped up, and he even had a good week last week. Screen left again for Franks, who's able to pick up the first down, 13-yard gain. 2nd and 7, read option left, and Tyler Arndt is going to pick up 12 yards for the first down. Read option right, and stopped for a loss. Eddie Yarbrough is disrupting inside the backfield. 2nd and 14, read option again. Tyler wants to go outside, but sees no opening and cuts up in the middle. 3rd and 4, screen left again, and Mertens is able to sniff that one out for a 2-yard loss, which brings up a long field goal. 4th and 6, it looks like it's going to be about a 60-yarder. Kick is up and is no good. Misses left, but as you can see there, he had plenty of leg power. So read option left, Smith fakes a handoff, gets a couple of lots, 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, Smith fakes a handoff, rolls right, and hits Claiborne, who gets just a couple of inches of room to get to where he was able to make a reception. Looks right, and Riley Lange is able to get away from defenders and get his first reception of the day. And that was a big game. So that's the end of first quarter. 7-0 Wyoming against Texas State. And it's just now heating up.
Here begins the second quarter. 2nd and 11, Wyoming. Smith drops back. And cutting across is Dominic Ruffin for a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 4. 5 wide. Smith drops back again. Hits Norman, cutting across in the middle. And into the end zone. Barely gets enough, but it doesn't matter. He's in, and Mike Whitman is ecstatic about the gameplay of his offense. Smith in motion, takes a handoff, jet sweep, and cuts up for a gain of 11 yards, first down. 2nd and 9. Man in motion, option left, and Arndt is taken down for a loss. 3rd and 13. Trips right and hits his tight end on a slant left. Gets just enough for a first down. 1st and 10. Franks takes the handoff and gets a first down. Man in motion again. Read option left. Arndt has the ball. Decides not to pitch. Breaks a tackle, but is pushed out of bounds immediately. 2nd and 1. Smith takes it. Franks takes the handoff, a 1st and goal, and a 3-yard loss. Man in motion again. Power option left. Taken down for another loss. 3rd and goal. Arndt drops back and gets away from the pressure and then sacked on the play by Siosi Hala Api Api. He is making a couple of good plays, disrupting the backfield. That brings up the kicking unit, 4th and goal. Kick is up. And it has more than enough leg and is in for the score. So it's 1st and 10. Play action. Sees the bubble screen, but no one's open. Has to hold it and gets sacked on the play. 2nd and 19. Smith drops back. Throws right and doesn't see Iwuji, who makes the interception. It was right to him. 1st and 10. Handoff to Gay. Gay scoots up the middle for a first down. Gain of 16. 2nd and 8. Another handoff, but this time they're ready for it. Hala Api Api again with the tackle. So it's 3rd and 10. And Eddie Yarbrough's able to disrupt and get pressure. Once again, another sack on the year. He is having a good year so far. So it's 4th and 17. The kicker kicks it up, and it's good. And Smith throws a dangerous pass, but is able to thread the needle to his wide receiver, Rufflin. Norman gets the reception right, gets a block, and is able to pick up a good gain. 5 wide, 2nd and 10. Smith's under pressure and sacked on the play. Losses 7. 5 wide again. 3rd and 17. Smith drops back, throws it up, and had one-on-one coverage. Tried to get a little bit of a challenge, and the cornerback is able to make a play on the ball. So the punter kicks it and pins him deep on the 8-yard line. 3rd and 10. Hands off to Gay. Gay bounces off the tackler, but is finally taken down, so it brings up the offense once again. 2nd and 10. 5 wide, screen left. Middle screen for Dominic Ruffin, who gains 11. He goes with the hurry up, 1st and 10. Same play, must have saw something good they liked. And he is able to score. Dominic Ruffin's going to pick up a couple of good blocks and get behind this defense. And here it is again, guys. We're going to see it. Smith throws. Dominic just gets right behind that guy and is able to scoot forward and get just enough speed on the play to where he gets into the end zone. 1st and 10. Screen left for Texas State. And Gay's going to be hit finally out of bounds for a 20-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Screen left one more time. They like that play. Smith's got some room. And 24 yards. He's able to get in field goal range. 5 seconds left on the clock. Kick is up. And the kicker misses. And that's 21-6 at the half. And it's time to start the second half. 1st and 10. Play action. Smith drops back, throws across. Thought he had a step, but he didn't. And Mooger is in with the interception. Read option. Tyler fakes the handoff and takes it up the middle for a 4-yard gain. Pass across the middle. Test the defense, and Darren White's able to make the deflection. And fourth and 10, and the kick is up, and we're going to see a replay of this. Look how close this is. It just bounces off the bottom bar and falls in and out. So it's 1st and 10, 5 wide. Sewell with the reception, 9 yards. Trips right, read option right. Smith fakes the handoff, takes it for a 15-yard gain, brings up 1st and 10. Miller in motion, and Smith is tackled in the backfield. He should have pitched it when he had a chance. 3rd and 16. Dominic Ruffin gets a wide receiver screen that's good for just 6 yards, and after the punt, Texas State gets the ball. 1st and 10. Arndt fakes the handoff, takes it up the middle. He's got a couple of good blocks, and it's a gain of 21 yards. 1st and 10, Gay takes the handoff, and it looks like a gain of 14 on the play. And these running backs are giving this defense a trouble. I mean, the defense is taking them, for the most part, and doing a good job, but they're getting some gashes on us, and we're going to have to stop that. But what we need to improve on most looks like this pass defense. So it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion. Arndt drops back. Throws right and hits his receiver, Postman, right beside the end zone. So it's 3rd and inches, and has his receiver cutting across. Demon Mercer with the reception and touchdown. 21-13, one-score game. Now it's 1st and 10, and Dominic Ruffin gets a reception cutting across the middle. Miller takes a handoff left and gets the 1st down. 2nd and 10, trips right. Smith rolls right. Hits his receiver for a 2-yard gain. So it brings up 3rd and 8. Trips left, throws it across the middle, doesn't see the safety, Daniels, coming down, and Daniels makes the interception. Another costly turnover. 1st and 10. Let's see if this defense can hold them and keep them from scoring. The 2nd and 1. Handoff again to Gay. Gay takes it up and gets a 5-yard gain. Tight end in motion. 1st and 10. Handoff again to Gay, right side. And Gay's able to break 2 tackles and get another 1st down. So it's 1st and 10, tight end in motion once again. Arndt doesn't like what he sees, drops back, throws middle, and hits his receiver Smith for the touchdown. That makes it 21-19, 2-point conversion coming up. Tight end in motion. Arndt drops back, throws, and Smith makes the reception. It is tied. It is a ball game, 21-21. So it looks like Claiborne is ready to receive. Takes it left side. Gets a couple blocks, cuts it up, and gets a good gain. Forced out of bounds after 38 yards. So it's 5 wide. Smith doesn't like what he sees. Calls an audible. Throws across the middle. Claiborne got an opening. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. So that's 1st and 10. Claiborne again with the reception. 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. And that's it for the 3rd quarter. It is tied 21-21. Let's see if this Wyoming offense can find a way to get back into it, and this defense can shut them. Here begins the 4th quarter. 2nd and 1. Smith doesn't like what he sees. Calls another audible. Fires right and hits Claiborne just enough for the touchdown. 28-21 Cowboys. 1st and 10. 2 tight end set. Gay takes a handoff right and gets a 10-yard gain. 2nd and inches. Arn drops back, hits his tight end in the flats, and his tight end's going to fight for 11-yard gain. Brings up 1st and 10, another 2 tight end set. And Arndt fakes the handoff, takes it right up the middle. Pulatasi just misses him and is able to get a good gain. 1st and 10. Arndt fakes the handoff and is taken down for a loss. Mark Ziocha is able to disrupt the backfield for the option. Arndt drops back, takes it left side, throws an incompletion to Smith. So that brings up the kicking unit, and the kicker once again misses. He is hurting this offense, but he has a leg. All he has to work on is his accuracy, and he's going to be a top kicker in the NFL, I can tell. 3rd and 12. Smith drops back, throws right instead of the screen. Didn't like what he saw on the screen, so he hits Claiborne for the 1st down. 1st and 10, trips right. Miller takes a handoff up the middle and gains a good 11 yards. 1st and 10, trips right again. Smith drops back, rolls out of the pocket, gets away from the defender. Smith's got some room, and finally slides down to avoid the contact. Wick takes it left for the counter and gain of 6 yards. 3rd and 4. Smith calling an audible. Drops back. Hits Lange that's left wide open. And Lange gets enough for the 1st down. 1st and goal, 5 wide. And quarterback draw. They weren't expecting it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brett Smith again with another rushing touchdown of the year. Arndt is in pressure, throws back off his back foot, and Darren White with the reception. 1st and 10, 2 tight end set. Miller takes it up the middle. That's a gain of 11 yards. 1st down, trips right. 1st and 15. Smith fakes the handoff, takes it. He's got some opening. And he's in for the end zone. What a play by Brett Smith, showing a little bit of speed on there. 1st and 10, screen right. Gay takes the ball, and it's a 9-yard reception. 2nd and 1. Arndt again, screen, but this time to the left side. Gay takes the reception and goes another 9-yard gain. 1st and 10. Arndt drops back. Throws it, and Mercer's able to come out with the catch. That is 2 incredible plays by this guy. 1st and 10. Smith gets behind the defender. My question, Huff is getting beat on these plays. We're going to have to take a look at him and see what it is he needs to improve on and if he can. So it's 1st and goal. They're able to draw Mertens offsides. So 2nd and goal, option right, and it's taken down for a loss. 3rd and goal, Arndt drops back, throws it right, and Blair Burns is able to come up with the play. 4th and goal, and it's incomplete, turnover. So it's 1st and 10, and the Wyoming Cowboys are going to look to just run down this clock. 2nd and 2, Miller takes it left and just barely picks enough for a 1st down. And there you can see the offense today. Smith with 333 yards, the rest of the team 71 yards. There he is, of course, the player of the game, Brett Smith. 6 total touchdowns on the day. Not many people can have a better game than that. And here's going to be a couple of highlights of the game, with Wyoming winning 42-21 against the Texas State Bobcats. And they're going to look to go into the Mountain West Conference games once again after this week. And as you can see, the productive day for Smith. 21 of 30, 262 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a 70% day, a long of 47, and 2 sacks. And we're still trying to get that number even lower than that, but overall this offensive line is stepping up. So Brett Smith has 11 rushing attempts, 71 yards, average of 6.4 yards with 2 touchdowns. Miller, 9 carries, 57 yards, another 6-yard average. And Sean Wick comes in for a couple plays and gets 2 carries for 14 yards. Dominic Ruffin is the leading receiver on receptions with 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Claiborne with the reception yards, 6 catches for 95 yards, 1 touchdown. Miller, 3 catches for 4 yards. Norman, 2 for 39 with 1 touchdown. And we didn't hear much from Heron today. He was only thrown to once, and he was not able to make the play. The coverage was just too tight for him today. There we go on defense. Darren White with 13 tackles. Chad Reese with 10 for tackle for loss. Eddie Yarbrough has 6. Alex Boers has 3. Halape, Api, Ziocha, Politasi, and Harris all with 2. Eddie Yarbrough with 2 sacks on the day. Seose Ali Api with 1. And we finally have an interception from Darren White, our safety. And Darren White also had 2 deflections, so he was having a good day overall in the defensive coverage. Claiborne, 4 returns for 110 yards. And as you can see, here are the stats for the game. 142 yards rushing, 262 yards passing, 3 turnovers for Wyoming, with Texas State getting 116 and 252. And there's the player of the games on both offensive and defensive side for each team. And again, there's Brett Smith stating that he's got 6 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 4 passing. But next week is our bye week, and we'll bring you back some coverage on week